I didn't really even think of art as a thing. Culturally, my family background, that wasn't like a thing. I guess I knew artists existed, but it wasn't until I saw Mr. Weiss, Daniel Weiss, making work of his own. And it was kind of the first example of an adult making art. It's always had been something that was for kids, and it was not a serious endeavor. It was all play. He modeled and talked about art as a worthwhile endeavor to commit your life to. And that just, the light went off.
Someone came to us and just asked us if we wanted to do something, and we said yeah, and then after talking for about 5 minutes, we had planned this. We both ride bicycles all the time, and so the idea of using this simple mechanic, this machine that is a bicycle, but using it as a puppet just seemed fun.
Working with Landon was sort of the beginning, was this idea of a collaboration. We both have done things in the past, paintings and murals, but bike projects, these tall bikes. We referred to them as art bikes. We intentionally try to make things weird and out of the ordinary and not a normal experience.
Art being all around us, even when we're not going to see it, like when you go to galleries, you go to museums and stuff, and that's amazing. But when you just get to see it in front of you out in public and it's free, and it gets inspiring.
We've wrenched on bikes, we've fixed our bikes, we've made our own bikes from scratch. So we're pulling on those skills, which if we didn't have those, we probably wouldn't have taken these things on. Animated, mechanical aspects of the artwork.
We wanted to recycle things in a way where we weren't taking bits that could be used in anything else. So that was actually kind of hard to find the pieces we wanted that weren't good enough to have continued use and were going to get thrown away.
I think the reclaim part is a pretty conscious decision. We're not interested in creating more waste. If there's plenty of materials that are out there and they're available, those are the ones that we're interested in using. And bikes are one of those materials. There's always seems to be a surplus of crappy bikes that you can use for these types of projects.
We went around, collected a bunch of things. Once we got enough pieces we thought to start, we just started sticking the thing together, and then we'd see okay, what else do we need? After getting a little bit of the main structure put together, we were able to actually pinpoint things that were missing.
There's definitely some head scratching and some moments of serious doubt, like whether we had the engineering capabilities to pull these ideas off. Trial and error is the way that all the solutions were found.
When we first started, I think we were toying with the idea of it actually moving, and we realized that would be a safety issue, so we just made it stationary right away. But we knew we wanted it to be interactive and for the viewer to ride and control the puppet by riding the bike.
Just trying to offer that experience to the people that come up here, like they pull into the parking lot, that it's different. It's just not a parking lot. It's like this weird thing that it doesn't make sense, and they have to actually investigate it and think about it and wonder, why would someone do this?
Yeah, I think you have a hope, but then actually seeing people interact in a happy way, like people just laughing as they watch it work and they watch other people do it, and then they want a chance. It's kind of the point. Everything's goofy, reminding people that they can just look at something and laugh at it and enjoy it and partake in it.
With art in general, I think there's this idea of having people stop and notice, and it's something very simple where we're just slow down and kind of see the wonder of things again. And I got to say that watching kids interact with it is a real big joy. They're so open to seeing the world in the awesomeness of things.
What do you think your high school art teacher would say about this?
He'd have a lot to say, I think. He's not around anymore, unfortunately, but I think the choice to be a teacher goes back to that early experience with someone that was so influential, and the desire to pave that forward in a sense. I feel indebted to that person and feeling I would like to inspire the next generation too. I'd be interested to see what he would say. I think this looks a lot different than past work, that I've shared with him. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what he would say.